I say, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You won't be silent, man.
Yeah, I won't be saying that.
I like that. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Take that in. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, get the first priest, call the first priest up. First priest. Go ahead and state your recipe.
Shakar Banshamaywan, Banya SHALAM.
Shakar Bashamaywan, Banya SHALAM.
Yabasham Shabakatam.
Yahashim Yashabakta.
Fresh. Fresco.
Laya SHALAM.
Laya SHALAM.
Go ahead.
All right. Imagine. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer. Upon your Hakodam, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to say it first in the Hebrew and then in the English. Repeat after me. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakuka.
Malakuka.
Daba'ah.
Daba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
I.S.H.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Ba'aratiza.
Ba'aratiza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Natholanawa.
Natholanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Cow.
Cow.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakanawa.
Wasalakanawa.
Kawawafnawa.
Kawawafnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kawawafyanawa.
Kawawafyanawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabi'aynawa.
Tabi'aynawa.
Banasayawan.
Banasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Awashaknawa.
Awashaynawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Right.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wahakapa'ara.
Wahakapa'ara.
Iwilamium.
Iwilamium.
Aman.
Aman. What we said in the English was, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. The power. Yahweh Bahasham.
Yahweh Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kushah.
Baba Kushah.
Natholanawa.
Natholanawa.
Hakah.
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 Larpa'ah.
Larpa'ah.
Kalmakala.
Kalmakala.
Kalmarawa.
Kalmarawa.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Amatazarayim.
Amatazarayim.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Lahakuya.
Lahakuya.
Amathiel.
Amathiel.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Arukarwa.
Arukarwa.
Atama'ala.
Atama'ala.
Lagarsha.
Lagarsha.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please.
Please.
Give us the power.
Give us the power.
Power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai?
Why Yahweh Shai?
Wa Mayakala.
Wa Mayakala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazia Bi'a.
Matazia Bi'a.
I.S.U.P.K.
Yohanna.
Ha Alawapya.
Ha Alawapya.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Kutazayanyam.
Ha Kutazayanyam.
Ha Kayayoyam.
Ha Kayayoyam.
Wa Ha Akwapya.
Wa Akwapya.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanna.
Commanding General Yohanna.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
The captain.
The officer.
The officer.
The trooper.
The trooper.
And the sister.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'a.
Asha'a.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Mahorim.
Al-Mahorim.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isariah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Wa'aratiza.
Wa'aratiza.
Al-Yakun.
Al-Yakun.
Amawat.
Namawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hanala'a.
Hanala'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayishun.
Yayishun.
Shawamor.
Shawamar.
Yasha'alam.
Yasha'alam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Ashamash.
Ashamash.
La'ayakauka.
La'ayakauka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Walayala.
Walayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai.
Makal Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar Taza'aka.
Yashamar Taza'aka.
Wapawa'aka.
Wapawa'aka.
Ma'aika.
Ma'aika.
Wa'ai-I-Ulam.
Wa'ai-I-Ulam. In the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help coming from Yahweh.
My help coming from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forward.
From this time forward.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashquat.
Al-Tashquat.
All. GEN.YAHANNA.
GEN.YAHANNA.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Yahamayuwan.
Yahamayuwan.
Wa'mashanayaka.
Wa'mashanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Ya'ira Yumwa.
Ya'ira Yumwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wa'yataya'aytazawad.
Wa'yataya'aytazawad.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakida.
Wanakakida.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yasakar.
Yasakar.
Shum Yasha'ala.
Shum Yasha'ala.
Aiwad.
Aiwad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'aytazawad.
Nawa'aytazawad.
La.
La.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Aulika.
Aulika.
Garya.
Garya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Aruam.
Aruam.
Wa'yashmai alayam.
Wa'yashmai alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wa'gorya.
Wa'gorya.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Palasha.
Palasha.
I'm Yeshavya.
I'm Yeshavya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Aiman.
Aiman.
Ayuwa.
Ayuwa.
Zarwai.
Zarwai.
Nabanyalawat.
Nabanyalawat.
Salah.
Salah.
I.S.H.A.L.A.M.
I.S.H.A.L.A.M.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasiyah Sara'at.
Kasiyah Sara'at.
Kayabya.
Kayabya.
Wanakal.
Wanakal.
Yashua.
Yashua.
Nashamarwa.
Nashamarwa.
Ba'ayanda Arab.
Ba'ayanda Arab.
Ayuwa.
Ayuwa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadiyabawa.
Nadiyabawa.
Ka'ara.
Ka'ara.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zahaba. Say it again.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Zabah.
Waka Zahaba.
Waka Tazamanai.
Waka Tazamanai.
Kal Nasa Yakumwa.
Kal Nasa Yakumwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Naya Rashad.
Naya Rashad.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah. Na'awa.
Na'awa.
Allahayim.
Allahayim.
Allahayah.
Allahayah.
Shayatumwa.
Shayatumwa.
Gagabula.
Gagabula.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Upon your Kakwash.
Upon your Kakwash.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Taba'ari Ya'ari.
Taba'ari Ya'ari.
Waka Lahaba.
Waka Lahaba.
Galahat.
Galahat.
Aryam.
Aryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Aradapma.
Aradapma.
Basa Arika.
Basa Arika.
Wabasa Opaka.
Wabasa Opaka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kalawan.
Kalawan.
Waya Bakwashwa.
Waya Bakwashwa.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Waya Bahowa.
Waya Bahowa.
Adi'ai.
Adi'ai.
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Da'iwa.
Waya Da'iwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Tabaka.
Tabaka.
Aliwan.
Aliwan.
Al-Ka-Rataza.
Al-Ka-Rataza. In the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Yahshua may be no more remembered.
That the name of Yahshua may be no more remembrance.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Israelite.
And the Israelite.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarene.
And the Hagarene.
The Baal and Ammon.
The Baal and Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
I.S.U.P.K also is joined with them.
I.S.U.P.K also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah.
They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabez.
As to Jabez.
The brook of Kassan.
At the brook of Kassan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Ze'ed.
And like Ze'ed.
Yea. All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabah.
As Zabah.
And as Zamunah.
And as Zamunah.
Who said, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The house of God in possession.
The house of God in possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As a stove before the wind.
As a stove before the wind.
As a fire burneth the wood.
As a fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
And the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble forever.
And trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
Psalm Yahweh Yeshavia, which means to be seated.
Shalom, Israel. We're the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General GEN.YAHANNA, and we've been bringing out this truth since 1969. We've been keeping the Sabbath service and giving Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their culture back, okay? And that part of that culture is reading Hebrew, okay? And knowing what we did and did not do in the past and learning from it, okay? So that's what we're gonna start. We're gonna get right into it today, okay? We're gonna go ahead and jump in where we left off last week. What we're gonna do is we're gonna read it in the Hebrew, and then we're gonna read it in the English, okay, and break it down. So if you would, you can start at 1 Samuel chapter 17. Okay, we're gonna be in 1 Samuel chapter 17. We're gonna start at verse 42. If you have a Tanakh or an app where you want to follow along with us in the Hebrew, or just, follow along in the faster tongue, the English, but either way, we're gonna go ahead and get it. We're gonna start in the Hebrew. Go ahead and read it.
This is the first book of Samuel, chapter 17 and verse 42 in the Hebrew. Wayabat ha-palashafya, wayara'a, dawada, waya bazahawa, kaya, hayaha, na'ira, wa aramanya, aim, yapa, mara'a, waya umar, ha-palashafya, all dawada, ha-kalam, anakaya, kaya, atha, ba'a, alaya, bama kolawa, waya kolala, waya kolo.
Try to catch up with you.
We're at the beginning of 44, so at the end of 43. Okay, second page. Is it Waya Kolo?
Yeah.
Waya Kolo.
Kalo.
Waya Kolo.
Yeah.
Karoka. Waya Kolo. Ha Palashafia. Dawada. Ba'a Lahayawa. Waya Amor. Ha Palashafia. All Dawada. Laka. Oya. La Wa'athana. Basharaka, La or La Hashemayim, La Bahama, Hashada, Waya Amor, Dawada, all, Palashafim, Atha, Ba'a, Oya, Bacharam,
That was Palashafia.
Ha-Palashafia, Karoka. Atha, Ba'a, Oya, Bacharam, Wabachanaya, Waba, Kaya, the one, Waba, Kaya, the one, Anakaya, Ba'a, Oyuka, Basham, Yahweh, Tazaba'awat, Ahoya, Ma'ira Kawat, Yasha'ala, Ashar, Kharapah, Hayawam, Hazaha, Sagaraka, Yahweh, Bayadya, or Bayadaya, Waha Katayaka, Waha Katika, Waha Sarakia, Ra'ashka, Ra'ashaka, Ma'ila Yaka, Wanathapia, Pagar, Machna, Palashapia, Hayawam, Hazaha, La'aiwa, Hashemayim, Wala Chayat, Ha'aratiza, Waya Da'aiwa, Call, Ha'aratiza, Kaya, Yasha, Alahayim, La Yasha'ala, Waya Da'aiwa, Call, ha-kohala, hazaha, kaya, la'a, bacharab, wa bachanaya, Yahawashai, Yahweh, kaya, la Yahweh, ha malachama, wa Nathan, Athakam, Baya Danawa, Wahaya, Kaya, Kwam, Ha Palashahia, Waya Laka, Waya Korab, La Kora'ath, Dawada, Waya Mahar, Dawada, Waya Rataza, Ha Moraika, La Kora'ath, Ha Palashahia, Waya
That's it.
Karaka. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17 and verse 42 in the English. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth, and ruddy, and of a fair countenance. And the Philistine said unto David, If I had thought that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. And the Philistine said to David, Come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air, and to the beasts of the field. Then said David to the Philistine, Thou comest to me with a sword, and with a spear, and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Most High of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. This day will the Lord deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee, and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcass of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air, and unto the wild beasts of the air, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistines.
That's hardcore. Like,
You know what I mean? Like, I just had to let you, like, these cats talking crap and say, look at this little pretty boy. Look at this, you know what I mean? It's soft, he's young and soft and pretty and handsome and look, y'all, this what y'all, you know what I mean? Like, this is what y'all, they felt like they was being disrespectful, you know what I mean? Like, y'all said this cat, and we hard, and y'all said this little pretty boy, you know? So they went to talking smack to, you know, they talked stuff to David, you know what I mean? They was he talked crap right back to him. They be like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he went off on him, you know what I mean? You got to die, you know what I mean? Like, right now, you know? You talking crap and you about to die right now. You know what I mean? Like, that was, you know what I mean? Like, that's you know what I mean? Like, that's the spirit we need to have. You know what I'm saying? And serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We need to have that spirit, like, no matter who come up against this truth, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna stand for it. You know what I mean? You're gonna fight for it and be ready to die. You know what I mean? Like, but David, he wasn't ready to die. He told him, y'all gonna die, not me. You know what I mean? I got the Most High power with me. You know what I mean? Like, who is your power? You know what I'm saying? This 9 foot, you know what I mean? Heathen, that's your power. I got a power that created him. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's hardcore. You know, the brother wasn't scared. He wasn't no, you know, bitch nigga. So, you know what I mean? That's what happened. So go ahead and keep reading and see what else is going on. Oh, what was that verse 47? And you read the word Yahweh, why Yahawashai, something like that. I didn't see that there in verse 47. I think maybe you mispronounced that word. Verse 47.
Oh yeah, Yahweh Yeshua.
That's not
Yahweh.
That's yeah. 40. That was the verse 47. What's that word?
Which that would be in verse 47. Save it, because I know Yahawashai means the Lord saves. You know
that word means save.
Yeah, so because I know Shai.
Yeah, it says the Lord saved.
Right. Okay. So that what I read there, that's the Lord saving.
Okay.
Which is pretty much Yahawashai.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead. It just goes to show that, like you said, the Lord created Goliath.
Right.
And, you know, like Christians be saying, well, why would they make this person so powerful? Or like why would the Lord make this person so powerful? And it just to show that the Lord is with David.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah, he did that.
Take his head off.
Nah.
Yeah, he did that with he did that with Egypt. You know what I mean? Like that's the Lord wants his praise. You know what I'm saying? He wants his praise. And the only way sometimes he's gonna get it is to get your attention and show you something and put something in front of you and say, you can't do this by yourself.
Right.
I gotta do it for you. You know what I mean? Like, and then you, okay, Most High Christ, you give him the praise. You know what I mean? The Lord bring you through it. That's, you know what I mean? You give him what he deserves, his praise. You know what I'm saying? But we need to be doing that without him punishing us. You know what I'm saying? We need to be praising the Most High, giving him thanks for everything continually without, you know, going off. And then he's got to punish us to make us realize we're not, you know, giving him his praise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a good point, though. Wow. Yeah, give me another set. Where you starting at? Verse 49.
Go.
All right.
This is the first book of Samuel, chapter 17 and verse 49 in the Hebrew. Waya shalach dawada a yadawa or ha kalaya waya yikes, this word always gets waya ka masham aban waya kolai wayad a hapalashafia or ma tazachawa wa ta tabai ha-aban ba matazachawa waya pala al panayawa awa tazaha waya chazakwa dawada mana ha-palashafia ba kolai wa ba'aban wayada at ha-palashafia.
That was why you cut.
Wayaka, the water said. Wayaka at ha-palashafia waya matahawa wa harab ayan bayaka dawada waya ratiza dawada waya aymar or ha-palashafia waya aymar or ha-palashafia.
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead, keep on.
Karuka waya koka
I don't know if that's Waya Kwaka or Waya Kwak.
yeah, I don't know.
Is it Waya Kwak
Yeah,
or Waya Kwaka?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I heard Cap say it before, I can't remember.
What did he say? Waya koka,
I think he said Waya Kwak.
waya kwak.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I'm right with that. Waya kwak how waya shalapa. Like waya shalapa mata ira waya mata hawa waya kora baha at wara ra'awash waya ra'awa ra'ashawa karwakan waya ra'awa ha palashafim kaya mata Gaboram, Waya Nasawa, Waya Nasawa, Waya Komawa, Anashaya, Yasha Allah, Waya Hawada, Waya Ra'awa, Waya Radapawa, Hapalashafim, I Bawaka, Gaya Iwad, Sha'iriya,
That was,
Wa'id.
yeah.
Wa'id, Sha'iriya, I-Quara-1, Waya-Palawa, or Waya-Pawa, right?
Yeah, sounds right.
Waya-Pawa, Chalalaya, Palashafim, Badaraka, Sha'irayim, Wa'id, Gatha, Wa'id, I-Quara-1, Waya-Shabawa, Banya, Yasha'ala, Maralakwa, Ahoria, Palashafim, Waya-Shasawa, Ma Khanayaham, Waya-Kwak, Dawada, Ra'ash, Ha Palashafia, Waya Bahawa, Kaya, Bama'aha, or Bama'a. That's, you don't remember?
What was your last word
That's
before
what
that?
Kaya right before that. I'm on the second page.
Should be on, you still at 54, right?
Oh shit, I skipped a page by accident.
Yeah.
I skipped the whole damn page. Okay, Amar, that's the first word, right? That's what you see?
The first word, where you at, you on 54. You was towards the end of 54, so.
Damn, I skipped the whole verse like that?
Mhm.
You were right over it. I'm tripping.
It was towards the end
Okay,
of 54.
toward the end. Okay. So
You just read 54 again.
Karoka. Waya Clark, Dawada, Ra'ash, Hapalashafia, Waya Ba'awa, Yara Washalam, Wa'at Kolyua, Sham, Ba'ahawa, Wa Karawa, Sha'awal, Dawada, Yataza'a, La Kora'at, Ha Palashafia, Amar, All, Abanar, Shar, Ha Tazaka'a, Ha Tazaba'a, Ban, Maya, Waha, Zaha, Hana-Ira, Abawar, Abanar, Waya Amar, Abanar, Chaya, Napashka, Napashka,
Not the shop.
Napashak, Karukan. Hamalak, Amam, Yada Ithia, Karukan. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17 and verse 49 in the English. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk in his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine, and took his sword, and drew it out of the sheath thereof, and slew him, and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled. And the men of Israel and of Judah arose, and shouted, and pursued the Philistine, until thou come to the valley, and to the gates of Ekron. And the wounded of the Philistine fell down by the way to Sha'araim, even unto God, and unto Ekron. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after the Philistine, and they spoiled their tents. And David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem. But he put his armor in his tent. And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistine, he said unto Abner, the captain of the host, Abner, whose son is this you? Whose son is this you? And Abner said, as thy soul liveth, O king, I cannot tell.
So like,
that cat was talking junk. They was talking real stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and it was over like in a second. You know? It's like first round knockout. You know what I mean? Like, you was talking all that stuff, honey. You got knocked out in the first round.
Then your boys, all that.
And then all the cats who who was scared, all the niggas who was scared, they shit, you know, now they talking rough, now they go chase, you know what I mean? Like, but you know, that's just, you know what I mean, that's just warfare, you know,
Boosted morale.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's what it was, you know what I'm saying? They had a shot of adrenaline, you know what I mean?
That boy stopped there. If he died, we definitely dead.
Yeah, you know, but it was so crazy, like it was over in like first round.
One shot, one kill.
Bomb, you one knockout, you know what I mean? Done, you know what I'm saying? So, Most High in Christ, you know what I mean? Like, we prevail, you know, again. So, we'll keep writing, we'll keep reading, bring up the next priest. We'll get through this thing quick today.
See you that way.
Take your registry.
I.S.U.P.K, GEN.YAHANNA, SHALAM.
I.S.U.P.K, Ban Shalom.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh
Yahweh. Come on up here, warrior. What's going on with you? All right. Get you right today. Please.
You don't quit, do you?
I.S.U.P.K. All right, we're gonna pick up on chapter 17, verse 56.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 56. In the Hebrew. Wayamor, ha-malak, sha'al, ata, ban, maya, zahab, ha-ilam, verse 57. Wa kashawa, dawada, ma hakawa, ad, ha palashakya, waya kwak, atwa, abanar,
Or Abana, Rock. I don't know what the word means.
abanra. You said Abner.
It's that word, Abnar?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's Abana.
Abanar.
Yeah.
Abanar. Waya Ba'ahawa, Lapunya, Sha'awal, Wara Ash, Ha Palashakya, Baya Dawa, Bayad, 58. Waya Amar, Aywa, Sha'awal, Bun, Maya, Ata, Hana Ay Ra, Waya Amar, Dawada, Bun, Iba Dak, Yashaya, Bayat, Hala Kamaya. Chapter 18, verse 1. Waya Haya, Ka Kala Tawa, Ladabar, All, Sha'awal, Wana Pash, Yahweh Nathan, YAHANNA. Nakwa Shura. Bana Pash. Dawada. Waya.
That was, he was right on that. Well, you want to,
Why you want it?
yeah.
Why you want it? Wait, that's what I said?
Yeah.
Waya Ahabawa. Ya Hawana. Ya, okay. Yaha one of them. Yaha one of them. Because it's supposed to be
in Jonathan.
It's supposed to be you want a thing, right?
Right, but it's in, you're saying in you want them. Right?
I mean, it's saying Yahweh one a thing. It says you want a thing is Yah.
Yeah.
Unless that ha is just imposed. Who knows?
Yeah. This here is just saying in one of them. Say it last time. Shoot.
Okay, I this was Kana Pashawa. Waya Kwak Hawa. Waya Kwak Hawa. Sha'awa. Bayawam. Ha Hawa'a. Wala'a. Nathanawa. La Shawa. Bayat. Abayawa. Verse 3. Waya Kora. What was it like? Waya Kara. Ya Hawanathan. Wa Dawada. Bara Ya. Ba Aha Batwa. Atawa. Kana Pashwa. Verse 4. Waya Ta Pash. Waya Ta Pashat. Ya Hawa. Yes. Ya Hawanathan. Ha Ma'ayla. Yeah. It's like Ma'ayla.
Yes.
Ashar. Ayla Yawa. Ayu. It's like Waya Dana Hawa. La Dawda. Wa Mada Yawa. Wa Ayla. Ha Rabawa. Wa Ayla. Kwashakwa. Wa Ayla. Kagara. It's like Kagarawa.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, wait a minute.
I looked up the Yah of one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and it says in the concordance that it could just be depending on how you pronounce the name. So Yahwanathan will be Jonathan,
Right.
Yahwanathan will be Johannathan. That's all it is.
Johanna?
I thought it would be and.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, like I said, it could be depending on how you pronounce it.
Oh,
So it's
See, yeah, that's imposed.
That's not.
Oh, okay, so you're saying it's just,
right. So in this case, I mean, if it properly translates to English, it would be Johannathan, what they call
Because why? It's like
that's changing his
Yeah,
name.
why would be?
and.
Right.
So it'd be why you want
it. It's still the same meaning, it's just a different pronunciation of the name. I guess depending on how you want to spell it, on every name of child. I've seen the concordance.
Mm-hmm. So it's just like adding that ha into it.
Kadoka.
Right, and I hear what you're saying now, it's like, because we're reading the Assyrian, so they're imposing something in there, which it shouldn't be there. and They're just putting it in there.
Right,
Okay, I got you.
right. And if we knew what the dots meant, like Cat got
Right,
right.
yeah.
To son. You know what the dots mean, we'll probably see that. They just trying to impose it.
Right, it's probably gonna tell you to not even pronounce the ha or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
Go ahead.
We got a question online.
Okay.
It's from Be Still and Know That I Am God, Psalm 46:10. The question is this Paleo Hebrew?
No, well, we're not reading the Paleo, but I mean, that's why we're saying, you know, certain characters are being imposed in certain words and stuff. So what we're reading right now is not the Paleo, okay? We're reading the Assyrian. Okay, so go ahead and give it to me in the English.
Okay. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 56, in the Basset tongue. And the king said, Inquire thou whose son the stripling is. And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, Abner took him and brought him before Saul with the head of the Philistine in his hand. And Saul said to him, Whose son art thou, thou young man? And David answered, I am the son of thy servant Jesse, the Bethlehemite. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. And Saul took him that day, and would let him go no more home to his father's house. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant, because he loved him as his own soul. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him, and gave it to David, and his garments, even to his sword, and to his bow, and to his girdle.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Another second.
Yeah, so, you know, this is where, you know, David and Saul become like brothers, you know what I mean? They get tight, you know, at first sight, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so, you know what I mean? Like, he's seen something in the brother saw something in him. They had that same zeal, that same spirit for the Most High, you know what I'm saying? So, that's how we is in here, you know what I mean? Like, shit, you meet a brother from another school, it's like, y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you see him, you just know, damn. As soon as you do to your house, you know, as soon as you salute and kiss him, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's my nigga right there, you know what I mean? Like, nigga hardcore, you know what I mean? Like, you can feel, you know what I mean? The chemistry, the vibe, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we get down here to U.P.K, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, right.
Good, sir.
Go ahead.
I just looked at that word stripling that's in there, right?
Right.
It means youth, child, boy, right? And so, you know what I'm saying, this is, you know what I'm saying, they asking, you know, who is this young boy, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you mean back in the beginning, when we first started, right.
You know what I'm saying? They that's about David,
Uh-huh.
and asking, you know, who is this young boy? You know what I'm saying? And when he came to him,
Right.
this man came with the head in his hand.
Right.
Like, that is hardcore. Like, this ain't no average young cat.
When you know what I mean, I remember they said whoever killed the cat, get, you know, the wife, or get, you know, the daughter or whatever, right? So I'm thinking he about to get a new rib.
Get in the rim.
You know what I mean? He about to be ribbed up.
Oh,
Hey, you know that feeling, goddamn. You imagine the feeling, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, you about to go. I'm about to go test something up. Nah, boy. You about to get a new rib. Yeah. So,
hardcore. Like,
listen, our history is wonderful. You know what I mean?
Right.
Our history is wonderful.
That's right.
I love it. You know what I mean? Like, and we have to live up to what our brothers and sisters did before. You know what I mean? Like, we need to live up and honor them by being just like them. You know what I'm saying? having the spirit that they have, you know what I mean? Making decisions they made, you know what I'm saying? So that's where we at, you know what I mean? Like, so Christ's return, you know what I mean? We gotta get it right. We gotta show ourselves, you know what I'm saying, to be in the spirit of our brothers and sisters who came before us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's it, man. Give me another set and we'll keep rolling. All right, we're gonna start at verse 5, chapter 18 and verse 5.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18, verse 5. Waya taza Dawuda Bakal Ashar Yasha la Khanawa, like Yasha la Khanawa Sha'awal Yasha Kaya Waya Shama Hawa Sha'awal Anashaya Hama Lakama Wa Ya Yata Ba Ayana Ya Call Ha'ain Wa Gum Ba Ayana. It's like Ba Ayanaya Ibadaya Sha'awal. Verse 6. Waya Haya Ba wa Ba Shawab Dawada Maha Kawa Ha Palashaki Wa Tala Ana Hana Shayam Anashi Makal Ira so Iraya Yasha Allah La Shawar Waha Makal Waha Makawa Da Kwara Shah Awal Hamalak Ba Da Payam Ba Shamaka Wa Ba Shalashyam. Verse 7. Wa La Ainaya Na Hana Shayam Hanashim Hamash Wawa the Ko. It's like Ha Ma Shaka Kowa Wata Amarna Ha Ka Ta'awal Ba'alak Wa Dawda Ba Batawa. Verse 8. Waya Kar La Sha'awal Ma'ad Waya Ra'ai Ba Ayanayan Wa Hadabar Hazaha Waya Amar Na Tandawa La Dawda Ra Ba Bawa Walaya Natanawa Ha Alapayim Wa Aiwa Lawa Aka Hamalak So like ha mala ka waya ha. It's like waya. It's like verse 9. Wa yahaya. Shut a wall. I won. Dawada. Ma haya won. Ha hawa. Wa ha la'a. Verse 10. Waya haya. Ma matara. Matara. Oh, ma khara. Wa ta tazallah. Wa ta tazallah. Rawak. Or rakha. Zalaki. Rakha.
Yeah. So that's because it got the raw walk car. So it's
Yeah, that was rakha. Rakha, yeah. Means
but you got the Y in the middle.
yeah, I know it's raw. I mean, raw. Spirit. Yeah. That's Rakha's name.
Mm-hmm. Yep, spirit. Okay.
Alahayla. Y'all got these lines that separate this word?
Yeah, I got that.
You got that? You got that.
Right here?
It's not just be like a straight down line.
Oh, no, I don't have people. See that?
Okay. Ra'ai. All shot a wall. Waya tana ba'a. Ba tawa. Ha baya. Wa dawda. Managan. Baya dawa. Kayawam. Bayawam. Wa ha khana ya. Baya. Sha'awal. Verse 11.
Oh, go ahead.
Verse 11. Waya tall. Sha'awal. Ha khana ya. Waya amar. Aka. Badawda. Wa ba koyara. Waya sabah. Dawda. Ma panyawa. Ba ay mau. It's like pa ay mayam.
That's it.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18, verse 5, in the bastard tongue. And David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants. And it came to pass, as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul, with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played and said, Saul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000. And Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him. He said, they have ascribed unto David 10,000, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom? And Saul eyed David from that day and forward. And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from the Most High came upon Saul. And he prophesied in the midst of the house. And David played with his friend, it's like with his hand, as at other times. And there was a javelin in Saul's hand. And Saul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David, even to the wall with it. And David avoided out of his presence twice.
That's it. Man.
This is a hater. This nigga, like,
So he was down with the brother when the brother, you know what I mean, like did something that helped him. Killed, you know, he brought us out of the hands of the Philistines. Oh shit, you my nigga, you know what I mean? Like, you my man, you know what I mean? Like, I'm with you, you know what I mean? Like, but as soon as, you know what I mean, like the brother, other people, you know what I mean, like respect him and love him. Now he hating on him, you know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't even, man. How do you go off so quick? Like he already had that about him, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't something new, you know what I mean? He already had that, you know what I mean? That hating in him. You know, he one of them brothers where he'll be your friend for occasion, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know how to fight good, you know how to do this, that, and the third. He go, yeah, you my nigga, you know, come on, get in the front line, you know what I'm saying? But you do all that killing, you make it home, and other brothers love you, and it's like, man, this nigga, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, man, like taking all the credit. Yeah. Like, bro, he the one did all the work, you know what I'm saying? And if I may, like,
Now, before you do it, but like in the school here, you know what I mean? Like, he's saying, what can he have more, you know, now but the kingdom, you know what I mean? He got to love all the people, this, that, and third. What's next? He gonna make him king?
Yeah.
In this school, what we do when we see a brother coming up strong, this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? Like, you respect that brother, you love that brother, and you know, you get out of his way if you have to, because one day I might be calling him sir, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna treat this brother wrong, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do whatever I can to keep him, you know what I mean, like on that track, getting strong and coming up, you know what I mean, like being, you know what I mean, being a warrior, you know what I'm saying, serving the Most High.
Right. So you raise that brother up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean, like
strong in the zeal.
but they, you know what I mean.
Raise that brother up. We don't hate. You know
He that come after me, you know, is preferred before me. You know what I'm saying? But instead, you want to, you know what I mean? He's just like John. You know what I'm saying? John was the same way. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's crazy, man. Go ahead.
If I could, like, that's perfect that you said that. It's so heavy because, you know what I'm saying? Like, in here, we're not about to stand in your way or hate on you because you getting a rank raise. You know what I'm saying? I'm a captain of 10,000 and you're also 5,000.
Right.
You about to get raised up above me.
Right. That's what people have for.
What we mad for? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, hey, look.
That's
Most
you
High
know what I mean?
Christ,
Like all it is work. Like you say, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You ain't doing the work. Why you mad? This man doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Listen. So you know what I mean? Like we that's part of it. You know, this record that we reading. You know what I mean? We learn how to be, how not to hate, how to love our brothers. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you read this, as soon as, you know, I'm looking at the brothers' faces, and like, as soon as we're reading it, everybody's like, you know what I mean? Everybody's like, I cannot believe what I'm reading, you know? Like, this is not right, you know what I'm saying? So this is showing us what we should and should not do. These are our records, okay? So don't be a hater, you know what I'm saying? Support your brother, love your brother, you know what I'm saying? Shit. He might save your life one day, you know what I mean? He's a straight killer, and you want to kill him. You know, nigga, he protecting everybody, you know what I'm saying? And you want to kill him, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Like, this is not, you know, how Hebrews supposed to behave. So
It's like it, sir.
go ahead.
It's even worse because he got the evil spirit on him.
Right.
Nobody else can help him with the evil spirit. The brother's sitting there playing the harp for you,
Trying to help him.
and you over here petting the javelin.
Yeah.
You know, like you about to throw it, and he talking about he gonna throw it through the wall with.
Yeah,
Like,
he
good night.
You know, pin it to the wall. You know what I
Come
mean?
on, man.
in his mind, you know, he's thinking.
He helping you out. Like,
Yeah. So, most high Christ, you know.
That's some strong hating right there, like that. That is like you. He's like, you know, I'm gonna take this jab and I'm gonna pin him to the, like he damn near like drooling over thinking about killing this man. Like, oh, like I want, like it is so graphic in his mind that he like, I'm gonna pin him up against the wall with it. He gonna be just sitting there against the wall. Like, damn, like you can't, like you, that is twice. Listen, it sounded like it said what he tried, like he basically, it said he so like, if I could, where it say?
David avoided him twice.
Yeah. Let's see. 11. It said, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it, and David avoided out of his hand, out of his presence twice.
Right.
Man, like, bro, like, David just like, man. Like,
He didn't even know, man. He just playing the thing, you know what I'm saying? He playing the smooth, man. You know what I mean? He opened his eyes. Was that here? Ah, anyway, you know, this thing came. Yeah. Hey, come on. All right, let's continue. All right, calm down. No, it's all You can get another one if you want. You want me to get this one?
Go ahead, take it.
Yeah, go ahead. Get it.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18, verse 12 in the Hebrew. Waya Ra'ah, Sha'awal, Mala Panya, Dawada, Kaya, Hayaha, Yahweh, Aimawa. Aimawa. See, you want to read? Go ahead. Wama'aim, Sha'awal, Sar, Waya Sar, Waya Sar Hawa, Sha'awal, Ma'aimawa, Waya Shama Hawa, Lawa, Shah, Allah, Waya Taza'a, Waya Ra'a, La Panya, Waya Ba'a, La Panya, Ha'aim, verse 14, Waya Haya, Dawada, Lakal, Darakawa, Ma, or Daraki, Masha Kalad, it's like Masha Kayal, Waya Hawa, Aimawa, verse 15, Waya Ra'a, Sha'awal, Ashar, Hawa'a, Ma Shakayal, Ma'a, Waya Gar, Ma Panyawa, verse 16, Wakal, Yasha'ala, Waya Hawad, it's like Wa Yahawada, Aha, Dawda, Kaya, Hawa'a, Yawa Taza'a, Waba'a, Lapanya 17, Waya Amar, it's like Waya Amar, Sha'awal, Dawda, Hana, Bataya, Haga Dawala, Marab, Atan, Laka, La Asha, Aka, Hayaha, Laya, Laban, Hayal, Khayal, Wa Halakham, Malacham wa Yahweh wa awal Amar wa sha'awal Amar all Tahaya Yaraya Bawa wa Tahaya Bawa Yad Palashaki 18 Waya Amar Dawda all Sha'awal Maya Anabaya wa Anakaya wa Maya Hayaya Khayaya Ma Shapaha Abaya Baya Sha'ala Kaya Ahaya Khatan La Mala. First Samuel chapter 18,
12.
verse 12 in the Bashan tongue. And Saul was afraid of David because the Most High was with him and was departed from Saul. Therefore Saul removed him from him and made him his captain over 1,000, not 10,000. And he went out and came in before the people. And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Most High was with him. Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. But all Israel and Judah loved David, because he went out and came in before them. And Saul said to David, Behold, my elder daughter Merab, her will I give thee to wife. Only be thou valiant for me, and fight the Most High's battles. For Saul said, Let not mine hand be upon him, but let the hand of the Philistines be upon him.
He hoping the brother died.
Like he want to send him off. He want to send him off to battle just so the Philistines can kill him, as if he don't see that the Lord with him. I'm reading through 18.
Yeah.
And David said unto Saul, Who am I, and what is my life, or my father's family in Israel? What that I should be son-in-law to the king? See, so like if I could, all this love this man is showing to Saul, man, all this love that David is showing to Saul, and Saul can't do nothing but hate it, man. Like that's how you know it is not of the Lord to hate your brother, man. Like you can just see the difference. Like it don't matter. This man Saul and try to kill him, trying to send him off to war so he can die in war. And Saul still like, listen, who am I to, be your son-in-law? Like you so great of a man. How could I ever be your son-in-law? Like I'm not worthy, basically what he's saying. I'm not worthy to take your daughter from you. You know what I mean? And he bigging him up like this and giving him so much love. And all Saul want to do is kill him. That's
He's
crazy.
just a humble brother, you know what I mean? He's a good brother, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I really, you know what I mean? Like, he loved Israel, you know what I'm saying? He loved his people, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a natural love he had for his people. And, not all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have that, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Jamaicans call it that green eye.
He's a green dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Judah just say you green. Like you a green being or something, you know what I'm saying? But like same thing.
Méchant.
Yeah.
Méchant. Like you evil, man.
Yeah, man. Even towards your brother, like that's really what the spirit behind green or green eye. Like you just hate your brother. Man, that's crazy.
All right, so you want to go ahead and get it, stretch it out. Pick up on verse 19.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18 and verse 19 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, Ba'aith, Betha, Marab, Ba,
Sha'awal. La Dawada. Haya Na La I Dara Ya'al Hama Ka Lataya La Asha Wata A Ab Wata A Aba Mayakal Ba Sha'awal A Dawada Waya Gadawa La Sha'awal Wa Yashar Adabar Ba'ai Yana Wa Waya Amar Sha'awal Ah Nana Athanana or Athanana Lawa
I would say I've done. No, I've done.
Nana
Yeah.
Lawa Wata Aya Lawa Lama Wakwash or Lama Wakwasha Wata Haya Ban Yad Palashasyam Waya Amar Sha'awal All Dawada Ba Shatayam Tata Khatan Baya Hayawam Waya Tazawa Sha'awal Ibadwa the Barwa All Dawada Balata Balat La Amar Hana Ha Maka, Hamalak, Wakal, Habadayat, Habadayawa, Ha Boka, Wa'aitha, Ha Khatan, Bamalak, Wa Waya the Barwa, Ibadaya, Sha'awal.
Hey, you got the right person about it.
Abaya, Sha'awal, Ba'a, Zanaya, Dawda, Hadavarium, Alaha, Waya Amar, Dawda, Ana Kola, Ba'ai, Yakam, the Kathan, Bamalak, Wa'a Nakaya, Ayash, Rasha, Wana Kala, Waya Gadawa, Abaya, Sha'awal, Lawa, La'amar, Ka, Dabarayam, Laha, the bar. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, the bar.
Laha,
Allah.
Allah,
Right.
the bars, Dawada,
That's it. No, one more, sorry, select.
Dawada, Waya Amar, Sha'awal, Kaha, the Amarwa, La Dawada, Ayan, Kapataza, Lamalak, Bamahar, or Bamahara, Kaya, Bama'a, Ira, Lawa, Palashatyum, Laha, Naquam, or Laha, no, Laha, Naquam, Ba'a, Yabaya, Hamalak, Wa Sha'awal, Khashab, Laha, Ayal, Dawada, Bayad, Palashatyum.
Select, if I may. Make sure y'all tune in to the Friday Last One of God's class. Bigger, awesome, and sharp. On that that word, the bar, you keep saying, you know what I'm saying? It just in case people don't know, that means to speak. You know what I'm saying? So you see the bar, it means speak. You know what I'm saying? So,
Just like Friday we were saying, why y'all mar, that word is frequent.
yeah, it was. You want me to read?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18, verse 19. But it came to pass at the time when Merab, Saul's daughter, should have been given to David, that she was given unto Adrian, the Maholathite, to wife. And Michal, Saul's daughter, loved David. And they told Saul, and the thing pleased him. And Saul said, I will give him her, that she may be a snare to him. Damn. And that the hand of the Philistines may be against him. Wherefore Saul said to David, Thou shalt this day be my son-in-law, in the name of the twain.
In the one.
In the twain. Oh, in the one of the twain. And Saul commanded his servants, saying, Commune with David secretly, and say, Behold, the king hath delight in thee. Man. And all his servants love thee. Now, therefore, be the king's son-in-law. And Saul's servants spoke those words in the ears of David. And David said, Seemeth it to you a light thing to be a king's son-in-law, seeing that I am a poor man and lightly esteemed? And the servants of Saul to him told him, saying, On this manner spake David. And Saul said, Thus shall ye say to David, the king desireth not any dowry, but 100 foreskins of the Philistines, to be avenged of the king's enemies. But Saul thought to make David fall by the hand of the Philistines. Man,
Ain't nothing too much I can say.
like Commander GEN.YAHANNA would say, boy, oh boy.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
I mean, ain't too much I can say, you know what I'm saying? It's rough right now, you know, like, just to read how this brother, you know what I mean, is, yeah, you know.
Man.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's just, it's rough to even just read it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like watching the setup. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching, you know what I'm saying?
You know this cat finna go down and you're watching it, but you can't say nothing to him, you know what I mean? Like,
it's just, you can just sit back and
watch it. I can't believe it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, this is rough, so.
And that's the spirit of a lot of brothers in the world, man. You know, they plotting on each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They waiting and plotting on each other, man. Like for that new car. Or
Yeah, what they say, when the other brother get the new ribs, I don't like that shit.
I don't like that.
That shit up, you know what I mean? Like,
It's supposed to be mine.
fucking time, that shit, you know what I mean? Oh, boy, it's rough.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, like when you watching the movie, like when you in the movie theaters, and it's just you watching the scary movie play out, and you like, run.
Right. He gonna kill you.
You don't see it,
I was thinking of fail. Like
Man, you know, it's just crazy, you know, like Saul was doing all this after it said the spirit of the Lord departed him. Like, this is what you become. Like when the Lord strips his spirit, you become like a sneaky, you know, traitorous little bastard like that. You know what I'm saying? To your own brother, but you yourself said you love like that. You know what I'm saying?
And if I may, to add to what you're saying, which is so heavy, like that's what happens when you lead the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, this is a lesson for anybody that leaves the truth. The spirit of the Most High leads you, and he leaves behind an evil spirit. Like listen, man, if you look at the history, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't trying to talk about nobody personally, you know what I'm saying, because I know Commander GEN.YAHANNA wouldn't talk about anybody personally, but throughout history, people that have left the truth, you see that get an evil spirit on them, man. They go off and start doing evils. Like, look at GMS after they left the I.S.U.P.K. Now they talking about raping women. You know what I'm saying? Raping little girls. You know what I mean? Like, that's the spirit that you get when you lead the truth, when you disobey the Most High.
And if I could, they can't even read the Hebrew correct. They say Yahweh instead of Yahweh. That's right there.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
The spirit of the Most High just ain't on them at all. Not in reading, and nothing else they do. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Saul was a king, you know what I'm saying? Over people. Like this man ruled a nation, and he want to kill this brother.
This brother is over. You know, he's got riches and all this, and he's over a whole kingdom, and he's hating on a shepherd. You know,
Right.
Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's like, it's crazy. I mean, I can give examples of the world, you know, how, you know, the big time guy is hating the little guy, you know what I mean? Like, but we're not gonna get too far. I mean, it is what it is. We see it, we read it, we can see it, you know what I'm saying? If, Sharad, go ahead and kill the last set for me. I'm gonna go ahead and.
1 Samuel chapter 18 and verse 26 in the Hebrew.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Verse 26 in the Hebrew. Right.
You had
Yeah, 18:26.
Wayo Gadawa, I by the Yawa, La Dawda, Ha the Barium, Ha Allah, Wayashar, Ha the Bar, Yanaya, Dawda, Laha, the Khatan, Malak, Wala'ah, Mala'awa, Haya, Yamayam, Wayaquam, Dawda, Wayalaka, Hawa'a, Shayawa, Wayaka, Ba, Palashakyam, the Yom, Ayash, Wayaba'a, Dawda, Ira, the Yaham, Waya, Awam, Malak, Laha, the Katan, Ba Malika, Wayathan, the Wa, Sha'awa, Mayakal, Bakawa, La Asha, Wayara'a, Sha'awa, Wayadai Kaya, Yahweh, Ain Dawda, Wamayakal, Ba, Sha'awa, Atha, Bakawa, Waya Asap, Sha'awa, Lara'a, Mapunya, Dawda, Iwad, Waya Aya, Sha'awa, Ayaba, or Ayaba, Dawda, Call, Ha, Yamayam, Waya Taza Awa, Shawarya, Palashatyum, Waya Aya, Madaya, Taza Atham, Shakal, Dawda, Makal, Ibadia, Sha'awa, Waya, Korah, Mashawa, Shamawa, Ma'ad, Waya Bar, Sha'awa, all, Yawa, Nathan, Banyad, Yawa, Laha Mayak, Dawda, Wa Hawa Nathan, Ban Sha'awa, Kapataza, Badabar, Ma'ad, Wayagad, Yahawanathan, La Dawda, La Amar, Mabakwash, Sha'awa, Abaya, Laha, Mayathan, no, Laha, Mayataka, Wa'aitha, Ha Shamar, Na'a, Babaquar, Waya Shabbat, Bas, Waya Waya Shabbat. I'm supposed to go through.
You good.
Basa Thor, Wana Kaba'ah.
That's it.
The book of 1 Samuel, you started 26. Chapter 18, verse 26. And when his servants told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son-in-law. And the days were not expired. Wherefore David arose and went, he and his men, and slew the Philistines, 200 men. And David brought their foreskins, and they gave them in full tale to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Saul gave him Michal, his daughter, to wife. And Saul saw and knew that the Most High was with David, and that Michal, Saul's daughter, loved him. And Saul was yet the more afraid of David. And Saul became David's enemy continually. Then the princes of the Philistines went forth, and it came to pass, after they went forth, that David behaved himself more wisely than all the servants of Saul, so that his name was much set by. And Saul spake to Jonathan his son, and to all his servants, that they should kill David. But Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted much in David. And Jonathan told David, saying, Saul, my father, seeketh to kill thee. Now, therefore, I pray thee, take heed to thyself until the morning, and abide in a secret place, and hide thyself. Yeah, man, that Jonathan, a real nigga. He was like, look, man, I'm gonna tell you this thing I know. It's because I love you. My dad's trying to kill you. You need to hide out for a while.
Get up out of here, bro.
Get up out of here, bro. You don't want to be here. Listen, go hide tonight. Man, Saul ain't ish. My daddy ain't ish. He want to kill you. He like that, and we had read it in the brotherhood class, Hebrew Academy. We were talking about backbiters. You know what I'm saying? And basically a backbiter is what we call today a backstabber. But they smile in your face the whole time they want to take your place.
Yeah, no, what I was thinking was like, you know, you know, Saul see that, you know, like that, you know, the Lord is with David, like you said, but he hates him even more. You know what I mean? It's crazy how, brother, the Lord is with him, but Saul just keep hating him even more. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I can't even put it in words. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. You know?
Like he see that the Most High with David, and that like you're saying, that's what's scaring him. He's like, yeah, Lord's with him.
It says he was, he was afraid of him, but he's still trying to, come at it. You know what I mean? Like that's, Like that's almost like suicide. You know what I mean? Like I'm scared of you, but I'm still plotting, trying to get you. You know what I mean? Like it's just, you can't even. You know what I mean? Like hopefully you never have that type of spirit on you. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, there was an evil spirit on him. You know what I mean? About him. So this is how we should not behave. You know what I mean? As a brother or sister, you know what I'm saying? We need to, we have enough of that today out in the world, you know what I mean? Brothers and sisters hating each other over nothing, you know what I mean? Like, because you get the girl, now niggas hating on you, you know what I'm saying? or you got the job, or you got the car, whatever, you know what I mean, and brothers hating on you, and you don't even know it. You know, they standing right next to you and they hating you. You know what I'm saying? Like I start brought out, you know what I mean? They backbiters, you know what I'm saying? They saying this in your face and behaving like this while you're around. As soon as you're not around, they're trying to do something else, you know what I mean? So it's unfortunate, but you know what I mean? Like we'll keep reading and see, you know what I mean, what happened to Saul, what happened to David, how the Most High is gonna, you know what I mean, let this thing play out, you know what I'm saying? So
Next time.
yeah, so that's that for now. Okay. We'll go ahead and end it. Okay.
SHALAM.
We'll say Amaji.
No. Gird up your loins.
Men of Israel, gird up your loins and prepare to salute the Torah.
Isupk, GEN.YAHANNA, SHALAM. Oh, slide. Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
I want to say Amajium, which means to stand. Wapanya Hakodam, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer, first in the Hebrew and then in the English. Repeat after me. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Ayah. Shabbat. Yahweh. Malakuka. Sabbath. Ratazaka. Ayah. I.S.U.P.K. Ba'aratiza. Ayah. Bashamayim. The Thulanawa. The Come. Cow. Yuwam. Wasalakmanawa. Kabawaknawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawak Yanawa. Wala'ah. Abiya'aynawa. Manasayawan. Above. Abushainawa. Mayan. Right. The cup. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. The I.W.M. Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. Hakat, the power. Yahweh Bahasham.
Yahweh Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kusha.
Baba Kashah.
Nathalanah.
Nathalanah.
Hakat.
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 Larfa'ah.
Larfa'ah.
Kal Makalah.
Kal Makalah.
Kal Marawah.
Kal Marawah.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Amataz Ibrahim.
Amataz Ibrahim.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Lahakuyam.
Lahakuyam.
Amathiyam.
Amathiyam.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Al-Rakalwah.
Al-Rakalwah.
Tama'ala.
Tama'ala.
Lagarsha.
Lagarsha.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please,
Please.
give us the power.
Give us power.
Power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
Power to cleanse.
The power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Blessings. Barak Atah Yahweh.
Barak Atah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawak Yahanna.
Alawak Yahanna.
Ha Alawakyam.
Alawakyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Asaranyam.
Ha Kotazayanyam.
Akotazayanyam.
Ha Fayayoyam.
Akotazayanyam.
Wa Ha Akwakyam.
Wa Awakyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
Water Aman. English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
In Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
In Michael.
And Michael.
In the angel.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanna.
Command General Yohanna.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
The captain.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahorim.
Al-Hahorim.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isariah.
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 Ma'ayim.
Ma'ayim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ishak.
Ishak.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Anala'ah.
Anala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yadishan.
Yadishan.
Shamamar.
Shamamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashemash.
Hashemash.
Ayakalka.
Ayakalka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Walayala.
Walayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makon Rai.
Makon Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'aka.
Taza'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Ma'aika.
Ma'aika.
Wa'ai-ai-wulam.
Wa'ai-ai-wulam. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Yasharim.
He that keepeth Yasharim.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forward.
From this time forward.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Thakarash.
Al Thakarash.
Al Tashakwat.
Al Tashakwat.
All. GEN.YAHANNA.
GEN.YAHANNA.
I.S.U.P.K.
Yahaman.
Yahaman. Wama Shanayaka.
Wama Shanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash. Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'irayamwa.
Ya'irayamwa.
So what?
So what?
Wa'yathayaitazawa.
Wa'yathayaitazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Or more Amorwa,
Amorwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakida,
Wanakakida,
Mongolia,
Mongolia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yasakar,
Yasakar,
Shum Yasha'ala,
Shum Yasha'ala,
Aiwat,
Aiwat,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Aitazawa,
Never I take the water,
La,
La,
Yakawa,
Yakawa,
Auyaka,
Auyaka,
Arya,
Arya,
Yakaratwa,
Yakaratwa,
Ahoya,
Ahoya,
Aruam,
Arawam,
Waya Shemai Alayam,
Waya Shemai Alayam,
Mawa Abba,
Mawa
Wahagoria,
Wahagoria,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa Aimawan,
Aimawan,
Aimalak,
Aimalak,
Palashat,
Palashat,
Am Yashabia,
Yashabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Iowa,
Iowa,
Zorawat,
Zorawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham,
Gamadin,
Gamadin,
Kasiyah Sara'at,
Kasiyah Sara'at,
Kayabin,
Kayabin,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Koyashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nashamarwa,
Nashamarwa,
Ayanda Ara,
Ayanda Ara,
Iowa,
Iowa,
Gaman,
Gaman,
Arma,
Adama,
Shayathumwa,
Shayathumwa,
Nadiyamuwa,
Nadiyamuwa,
Kaira,
Kaira,
Wakazahaba,
Wakazahaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak,
Wakatazamanai,
Wakatazamanai,
Kal Nasiyakumwa,
Kainasekamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amorwa,
Amorwa,
Nayabasha,
Nayabasha,
Anawa,
Nanawa,
Na'awa,
Na'awa,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
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 Shayathumwa,
Shayathumwa,
Gogala,
Gogala,
Quash,
Quash,
Lapanya Rakwa,
Lapanya Rakwa,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Daba Ira Ira,
Daba Ira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Malahat,
Malahat,
Aryam,
Aryam,
Khan,
Khan,
Aradapma,
Aradapma,
Basa Irika,
Basa Irika,
Wabasawapaka,
Wabasawapaka,
Daba Holland,
Daba Holland,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kuala
Kuala One,
Wayapakwashwa,
Wayapakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayapahoa,
Wayapahoa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayapaparwa,
Wayakabadwa,
Wayakabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Vodka,
Vodka,
Ayuwan,
Ayuwan,
Alka-Ha'arataza,
Alka-Ha'arataza. Keep not thy silence, O God,
Keep not thy silence, O God,
and hold not thy peace.
and hold not thy peace.
Be not still, O God.
Be not still, O God.
For lo,
Lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make a tumble,
and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden one.
and consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
that the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more remembered.
that the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more remembered.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal and Ammon,
Gabal and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot Salah.
They have hope in the children of La Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to
at
Jabin,
the brook of Kasam,
at the brook of Kasam,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Arad,
Make their nobles like Perez,
and like Zeed,
and like Zeed.
yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zabah,
as Sabbath,
and as Zamuna,
and as Amunah,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the house of God in possession.
the house of God in possession.
Oh, my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame set the mountains on fire,
And as the flame set the mountains on fire,
so persecute them with thy temper.
so persecute them with thy tempest,
And make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded,
let them be confounded,
and trouble forever.
and trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame,
let them be put to shame,
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the Most High,
art the Most High,
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Yakamata, saw, means to turn around. Sisters may be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
Yahweh,
Yakamata, men of Israel, sisters may stand. We're going to salute the sisters in the class. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yakamata, class dismissed.
Good work, soldiers. I will come.
Most High Christ, sir.